Regrets. Most of us have a few. With the possible exception of dieting, nothing gives us more guilt than parenting. Am I right? Here are a few reflections from my regrets as a parent. If I could raise my kids again, I wouldn't be so uptight this time. I'd let them jump on beds in hotels and pick the cat up by the tail. That way they'd figure out a little sooner how life works. If I could raise my kids again, I'd be a little goofier this time. I'd stand on the chair in our kitchen and play the harmonica with my nose. If I could raise my kids again, I'd ask more questions and listen to the answers. I'd teach them to give by giving, to love by loving. They'd see me on my knees praying more often, not just looking for the remote control. If I could raise my kids again, I'd play hooky from work sometimes. I wouldn't sign up for the rat race. I'd enjoy things without owning them. I'd buy a bigger library and a smaller television. If I could raise my kids again, I'd relax a little more. I'd cut spankings by about 50% in number, in length, and in enthusiasm. I'd place more importance on good character than good grades. As it is, I'm glad I talked to them early about God and about money and about sex. I'm glad I spent way too much money on vacations, necked in the living room with their mother, and took them to church. But if I could raise my kids again, I think I'd be better at it this time. I wouldn't care so much about clean walls or clean feet. I wouldn't celebrate nice grass. I'd celebrate grass stains. I'd tuck my children into bed each night without checking my watch. The doctor tells me that it's not about to happen, that I'm halfway to 100, that we won't be having children anytime soon. So I guess I'll get to practice these things on my grandchildren. Regrets. Do you have a few related to your kids? Remember this. If you live for your kids and they're less than perfect, you'll be filled with regret and a nagging sense of guilt. If you live for money or fame or career, it's the same thing. If it doesn't pan out, you feel like a failure. But live for Jesus, and you're going to fail him too, but here's the difference. You'll be forgiven. I've met some of the most successful parents and business people, but even this doesn't give us what we find in Jesus: significance, love, security, and worth. We love our kids and grandkids, don't we? But let's not live for them. Let's live for the only one who, when we fail, will forgive us forever. Now, where's that harmonica? I gotta play that thing with my nose.
It wasn't me. I'm fine.
That looks good on you.
We should do lunch sometime.
Have you ever told a lie? Phil Callaway is no stranger to daunting challenges.
When an editor at a large publishing house called asking me to write a book, I was flattered. I want you to see if you can tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth for an entire year and keep a diary. I said, I'm sorry, you're breaking up on this end.
12 months later, Phil's journal was crammed with success, near success, and outright failure. To Be Perfectly Honest is a collection of humorous and often moving stories that will leave you with one question. How would your life change if you were sold out to the truth with no exceptions? To Be Perfectly Honest, we'd like to send a copy of this book to you as a thank you for your ministry support. Write to us, order online at crossroads.ca, or call 1-800-265-3100.